Alright, so we're here. We're actually doing a removal of an old stacked unit. It's a Frigidaire. And we're actually going to be installing a Whirlpool stacked unit, which is the washer at the bottom and then the dryer on top. So we're using our air lifter here, and this thing makes hard work pretty nice and easy. So what it is basically an air ride, and those paddles, you insert them under the machine and you're able to move a pretty good sized load pretty much with 2 fingers or so. Makes it a lot easier. That's what that is. Works great. Love it. And that's what we have right there. The machine is out and they didn't tile all the way. So it makes removing a little more difficult. Now, the replacement washer, when you're doing a washer setup like this, make sure that you turn the water on, have everything ready, check for leaks, and always make sure that everything is good before you slide the machine in. Now, the stacking kit, you can see the Whirlpool kit, and I will show you shortly how they work, and they work great. Make sure you install the legs. Those are special legs, and they actually have a rubber bottom, and that holds the dryer when it's running not to slide or slip. So we're using our lift here, and basically it lifts the machine up. Makes it a lot easier to get it on top of the washer, and the legs already on. So now we're gonna just set it on top, get it in place, and then we're gonna install the actual stacking brackets. Now these brackets, I do prefer using the 1/4 inch screws. I've noticed sometimes with the Phillips screws, they tend to strip. So 1/4 inch screws works great, and you don't have that stripping. So when you install these kit, make sure that the legs are down so you're able to install the kit properly. And then you adjust the legs up, and once they're fully, extended, then they will lock into the bracket. It's basically a hook, and it grabs. What I'm going to be using is called a Viking arm. They do have others that are similar, and you insert it under, and you basically jack the dryer up, and it pulls against the bracket, holding the unit in. Then you can tighten or lower the legs, so to say, against the body of the dryer so that everything fits pushed against the bracket, keeping it nice and sturdy. You'll do that to the back, and then you'll move to the side until everybody is done. And then once you finger tighten, always use a channel lock and just give it a nice snug, just so that you know it's nice and level and secure. Also, once you're done, do level your machine. Make sure it's nice and level. You want to do both sides and then the front to make sure it's nice and level. That arm works great, by the way. I will leave a link. And sometimes you might have to use, if you don't have the arm, of course you can just use a channel lock and just keep turning and turning. It will do the same. You can also use airbags, get an airbag between. So you don't have to use the arm. Use what's available, or even 2 people. Checking, make sure we're nice and level. And you can always adjust the legs. Here we are checking for levelness, front, back, and side. Now we're putting on clamps. You want to make sure your venting is long enough, because once everything's connected, you're not able to get behind the machine. So you want to make sure that you use good quality clamps, 5/16 screws, tighten it nicely, don't over torque, but tighten it where it's not going to come off. Because again, once you start the machine in the back and sliding it in, you're not going to be able to, go back there and do all that. So everything's looking good, nice and secured, and we're going to be plugging in. Make sure your drain is secured. Plug your dryer in. Excellent. And we're going to be sliding this in. All right, everything looks good. And we're just about done. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and, of course, subscribe.